Welcome everybody again. Just right after a nice Sens 5-1 win. Title of this one is "Gotta Love the Drake." If you don't know that reference, you're unfortunately too young. If you know that reference, good on you, I guess. So basically, let's get through this game. A couple of things I noticed right off the bat, and I know everybody's gonna say, "Oh wow, you're so smart. You noticed that because every team is like this." But Murray needs to be good. Unfortunately, our defense lets in some very most teams get by our defense very easily with some really good quality shots. Murray doesn't start off good. Can't seem to get away from that, and it's rare. We do once in a while, but um, I think that's just. I mean, I guess it just needs to be said, but um, either way, that he played amazing. One of his best games. For me, this is one of Murray's best games ever. I don't know if anybody else felt like that, but I kind of felt like that. He made some incredible saves this game. Um, what can you say about him? But let's hope he keeps that up. I know I've got a few buddies that are like, I don't like him. I don't think he's our goaltender, but I think it's still too early myself. Time will only tell. A couple other notes that I'd like to kind of mention is Colburn. Colburn is I I mean, well, let's get into Colburn and Anisimov. Okay, Colburn, I don't understand. I don't. I guess I mean it's not that they knew what he was going to be like when they picked him up. I kind of thought it was going to be kind of like a gritty kind of player that popped in a goal or two, but I I don't really see it from him. And Nisimov, I think I understand what they're doing with him now. I think I get it and it makes sense now. Before I didn't understand. He's trade bait. That's exactly what he is. But before the trade deadline, they're gonna have somebody's gonna want him, and they're gonna say, you know what? Well, I guess it would be 2 weeks before the deadline because he needs to quarantine for 2 weeks. If he crosses the border, I don't know what happens between Canadian teams if it's the same thing. I'm not sure, but either way, if he got a goal tonight, he got an assist the other night. So I guess they're trying to, put him. I guess he was playing with Stutzel for a bit. Um, so let's see what happens. If he gets some goals, he's looking okay. There might be some teams willing to trade, maybe a second round pick, maybe. Might be a good pickup for the Sens there. So I'm thinking that's kind of what I'm thinking that they're trying to do is definitely maybe get a second round pick out of that for next year. But who knows? Because they're trying to show him off. I guess is what they're trying to do. Because he's been scratched how many times? What did I hear today was something like 14 times he's been scratched the last 2 years or something crazy. So maybe that's what we're trying to do, get something out of him. um, and then, you know what I mean? There's a couple other things, face-offs. We weren't very good at face-offs. And again, I've been so busy today. I want to write down what the numbers were. I just didn't have time, and I'm going to try to do that from now on so I have better numbers in front of me. Again, I'm still learning how to do the YouTube thing. I'm still learning how to do. I want to do an intro eventually, a nice, fun intro. But again, I'm still learning, and things are going to get better. I've got a buddy that's going to come on and talk about prospects more. Um, so I got that kind of going on. Jeff, I know you're watching this video, so you better be ready, buddy, because we're going to be busy. So, Batherson, he looks like he can finish, which is perfect, which is what we need absolutely because we don't have a lot of guys that can finish. A lot of good playmakers, but we need those finisher guys, and I still think we need more than that. Stutzel is going to be a finisher. You can see it. He's like I said before the last video. He's a bit snake bitten right now. He had another couple of great. He had two assists today, so he's still producing. He's just snake bitten a little bit right now. Um, so that's another thing that I have to see is Batherson seems like he can actually finish, which is very good. White, I'm still on the fence about White. I know he scored a couple goals lately. Tonight was an empty net, so come on. But I still don't. I'm still not. I'm not sold on him yet. I still think they need time. There's still lots of time. Like I said, he's young, but we'll have to see with White. Kachuk, I want to talk about Kachuk. He didn't have. He's not going to score 2 goals every game. Um, I know there's a lot of people talking about him with the C captain. I think I do agree with that. I think he should at least be. They should at least think about putting him as the captain, but I don't know what they're going to do with that. I know they have a bunch of A's, but what are you going to do? Do you really need a captain though? Honestly, I mean, if you look at teams, I mean, I'd like to do the research on it, but do we have to have a captain? I mean, is it really vitally important? He's still a leader, right? If you think about it, he's still a leader. What does it matter if he has that C on his crest, right? On his crest, that's what I'm talking about. On his jersey. I don't know. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. I don't know. But if they do decide to put a C, I think he's kind of the number one candidate right now. He's been there. What? He's been in the league a couple years now, and I mean he brings it every night. So I think he would be the perfect choice. But who knows what they're going to do with that? I think they won't do it this year. I think if they did it, they would probably do it next year, starting off the year, name him as captain. I think this year they're just kind of keeping it as it is. That's the way I'm looking at it, anyways. Um, a little bit about the actual physical game we just watched, the 5-1 Sens win. I don't understand something about one of the calls that was made in the third. And I understand the call. I don't understand why the refs called it like this. When Stützle hit or cross-checked one of the Flames players in the boards, and then the other players came up and roughed them up, and whatever, Sens got a penalty. But the exact same thing happened against Stützle, and Gabranson came in and roughed up whoever hit him. And again, I'm sorry, I'm bad with taking names down for that. But then they got a mind, both teams got a penalty there. So I don't understand. Why was it different this time? Why did it not be the same thing when Stützle got roughed up after? I don't really understand that call. Doesn't really make a lot of sense. But again, the reffing has been horrendous this year, so I don't. It's just inconsistent, very inconsistent. But again, whatever, doesn't matter. It is what it is. Um, let's talk about Stützle and Norris a little bit. Both of them are in the rookie scoring race. I think Stützle's second. I believe Stützle was second as of tonight, and Norris, I think, is also second. I think they're tied for second right now for the rookie scoring race. And I mean, can you really? I didn't really. I expected it. I mean, he's got so much talent, and he's got so much more to go. Norris too. Norris has been good. Norris has been great. Whether or not he's going to be that first line player, who knows? I don't know yet. I'm not convinced of that yet, but definitely second line, 100%. Stützle, first line, 100%. I mean Norris, second line, for sure. And Stützle has now the last 6 games, he has 7 points. So, and I have some fans saying, "Oh, he's not that great." Now, I've heard people say, "Oh, he's not that great." That's probably because he's on the Senators, right? We all know what that's like, Sens fans, right? Oh, well, he's on the Sens, so he's no good, right? Well, we know better than that. We know he's going to be amazing, and everybody's will be jealous. A lot of jealousy amongst other teams, right? Um, so yeah, so I mean, you've got that. You got overall, I think they had one of their better games for sure. Definitely a good bounce back game from the last game. But I think what happens there is now from now on, um, I don't I don't think they're going to play Murray tomorrow night. I think they're going to go with Decord. Um, but we'll see what happens. But I think they should go with that and give Murray a break because he looked good last game, Decord. So I don't see why not, right? Couple of notes before I end this, and I'd like to know your comments. If you think I'm crazy, if you think, oh, there's no way that, please let me know because I love the conversation. I want to talk about Sens. I want to learn about it. I want to learn more. Maybe I said something wrong in this video, or whatever it is. Please tell me because I want to learn more, and I absolutely love talking about the Sens. I mean, if you didn't notice. So, anyways, I don't want to make this video too long. If you could, last note. Like I was mentioning before, I got a buddy that's going to come on. He's going to be my prospects guy. He's going to talk about prospects. He's going to talk about what's coming up, the line, who's coming up. I know I talked a little bit about it in one of my videos, but he's a lot better than me at that. I'm all over the place sometimes. So yeah. So I hope you guys liked the video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I try to make these short. If you want to make them longer and me to talk more, please also let me know because I could go on for hours. I don't care. But I try to make them short because I don't want people to be all bored and whatever it is. So anyways, thank you so much guys for watching, and we'll see you I guess tomorrow night against the Canadians. See ya.